The journey has been quite interesting. I joined first as CFO.
Hello and welcome. Joining me right now is Marc Melviez. He is CEO of Luciad. Marc, how has it been going on for you, this user conference?
The user conference is our third edition. It's really been fantastic. We've had 220 people, which is double what we had 3 years ago when we started. And I must say that the interaction between the users and between our developers and the users has been great. We've had great feedback from the users on our realizations of the last few years, and also a lot of encouragement to continue doing what we're doing now, which is to really push the envelope of what's possible with geospatial technologies.
You joined this company in 2004 when this was still a startup. How has been this journey for you?
The journey has been quite interesting. I joined first as CFO, and at that time Luciad was really a small company full of enthusiastic people, and now it's a much larger company full with even more enthusiastic people. We've really seen that with the advent of things like Google Maps and Google Earth, the maps have taken a much larger place in everyone's world and life than it was the case 10, 15 years ago. And so we've seen a tremendous interest, not just from the really specialist community, but from the public at large as well, for geospatial technologies. And I think this is great because we're only at the beginning of the journey. So, yeah. 12 years already with Luciad, but I see the future as even more interesting in the past 12 years.
What is going to drive the future? Which technology? Where is this industry heading?
I think that one of the big changes over the last few years has been, like I said, in 2003, 4, 5, the advent of Google Earth technology, so the world became map-centric. But what we're seeing now is that location data is being produced by many more devices than it was ever the case before. And so there are more and more users of geospatial information, not necessarily as the center of the information system, but as part of the dashboards that are being used in industry, in control rooms, in defense, in intelligence, in cars, in planes, and so on, as one of the elements.
What innovations are driving your business these days?
I can't disclose everything that we're working on. We're working with universities, but let's say one of the pillars of our research today is visual analytics. Visual analytics is the way you convey information to the human cortex, to the visual cortex of a person. Because if you look at how we orient ourselves, how we understand the world, well, a lot passes through the eyes. And so the way our eyes react to information is one of the things we're spending a lot of time on. And what we're discovering is quite interesting. I mean, we see, for example, that having or guaranteeing the users with 60 frames per second response or fluidity and interactivity is really key to enable the user's mind to take control over the process. Discovering the unknown unknowns requires a lot of interactivity, and that's what's driving our research these days.
You have been a pilot, right? Mm-hmm. So how has that flying capability of flying thing helped you manage or turn around Luciad?
I think the fact of being a pilot, and I'm flying high-performance aircraft in the European weather, which is usually very bad, especially at night and in winter. So what it helped me first is understand the usage of maps, the importance of height and altitude. I mean, these are things which, as a pilot, you need to understand. See also that time plays a big element in the understanding of map. The map of where I will be in 2 hours is much less interesting than the map of what I'm flying above right now. Is it mountain? Is it sea? Is it something? So it helped me understand the world of geospatial, of course, as a user first, but then it also taught me the importance of teamwork and the importance of procedures. I think a company can move forward as a team, of course, but it needs to have certain rules which are well understood by everyone, and you never spend too much time training people on what's important, how to make it, how to do it, how to check with your peers that you're doing the right thing, and so on. So it's a collaborative model which comes from aviation, basically.
Thanks a lot for speaking to Geospatial. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.